I'm back in Seven Pines, one of Jacksonville's most sought after master plan communities. And today I'm taking a closer look at David Weekley Homes. Right behind me is the Forest model, nearly 3,000 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths, an office, a loft, and a 3-car garage, all on a 50-foot lot. This one features a rear entry garage, which really transforms the curb appeal of the home and the entire neighborhood, giving it a clean, welcoming look. There are front entry homes here too, and today I'm covering 4 different floor plans, including both model homes and move-in ready options for sale right now. Between ICI Homes and David Weekley, you'll find everything from townhomes to fully customizable single-family homes, some reaching well over 5,000 square feet. So, if you don't see what you're looking for in this particular video, do not rule out the entire neighborhood. We'll find something that's right for you. But what truly sets Seven Pines apart is its location, arguably one of the best in all of Northeast Florida. You're seconds from St. John's Town Center and the University of North Florida, just minutes from downtown, the Mayo Clinic, the river, the beaches, and even our international airport. So before we jump into the homes, let me highlight what sets this place apart. The location here is absolutely incredible. You're gonna love this. If you're super familiar with Jacksonville, hey, no problem, go ahead and skip this. If you're not, I think you'll find this to be pretty helpful. So we're looking at Seven Pines. It is a huge tract of land. Let me just go ahead and zoom out so you can see how that fits into Jacksonville as a whole. First of all, this interchange right here on the northwest of the neighborhood is between 295, which is a circular beltway, all the way around the city, basically. And then you have Butler Boulevard, or 202 J. Turner Butler Boulevard, that connects 95, which goes to the middle of the city, north to south, to the beaches. So you can see that pretty much being close to those two will get you anywhere you need to go very quickly. And that's exactly what it does. Now, let's go ahead and zoom into the community real quick before we talk about what is close to this location. I've highlighted in white what is going to be commercial space. So there's going to be awesome restaurants and stores and shops in this commercial space, and they're going to be developing that for the next 2 to 3 years. All right. Now, I have divided this into 3 phases. Okay. In red, obviously that's phase 1, and that's mostly sold out, as you can see there, right? You've got homes. Phase 2 is yellow. We're just in the beginning of that. So there's plenty left to be developed, both by ICI Homes and David Weekley. And like I said, even though we're focusing on 50-foot lots today, there is quite a range of products that's available. And then here in this green section is going to be a phase 3. Now, of course, there are going to be lakes and ponds woven through there. It's not going to be solid homes, but you can see how big that phase 3 is going to be. Here in blue, it's all going to be water going through here. And then they're going to keep this as preserve. All right. So that kind of gives you an idea of the neighborhood. Now, what is going to be around here? First of all, the St. John's Town Center, let me just go ahead and highlight that. Look how close you are to that. That's 175 of the best stores around. This is arguably the best retail shopping center in Jacksonville, St. Johns County, really anywhere in Northeast Florida. It is awesome. And you got 20 plus dining destinations there as well. Okay. University of North Florida. Boy, oh boy, would that be convenient if you got a student living at home. Man, they can bike to campus. That'd be pretty awesome. Take a scooter or whatever you want to do. One of the best hospitals in Jacksonville, the Mayo Clinic. Look how far that is. Just 5 minutes down the road. Okay, what about if you are looking for some of that fun water Florida lifestyle, whether it's beaches or river, you're stinking close. Okay, Goodby's Creek. Let me see what I think it was, just like 10 minutes, basically 10 miles to put your boat into the river down there at Goodby's Creek and get into the St. Johns River. Of course, the St. Johns River will get you all the way to the ocean if you'd like, or you can just start with Jack's Beach or Ponte Vedra Beach, both of which are about 10 miles away. Okay, so you can see down there to Goodby's Creek, right up here to Jacksonville Beach. Ponte Vedra Beach is the same distance away. It's just to the south. Okay, so you can see how close that is. Okay, how about downtown? You want to catch a Jags game? No problem. pretty straight shot down there to Everbank Field. And let's see what the distance is there. 20 minutes to downtown. And last but not least, the airport tends to be a challenge for a lot of people depending on where they're located in Jacksonville. But this is a really good location to get to the airport. Only 30 minutes away to the top. You follow 295 right around to the top, and you have the Jacksonville International Airport right up there. So you can see, I'm not kidding you at all. This is one of the best locations here, and the Skinner family held on to this piece of land for a long time. You can see there's nothing else in here to the south and even to the east right here. Last thing I want to do before we get out there to the homes is just tell you a little bit about the amenities here. Those are very important as well. Just kind of zoom in and I will show you some drone footage while we talk about the amenities that are here. These amenities are designed for connection and outdoor living. That was something that was very important to the Skinner family. And so you've got scenic parks, you've got playgrounds, you've got miles of walking and biking trails all throughout. These lakes, you can kayak, you can fish on the lakes. And obviously the centerpiece is the state-of-the-art clubhouse. It's huge with a fitness center. And you've got the resort style pool, lap pool, splash pad. In other words, there's really something for everyone in the family. Okay, now that you've got this incredible setting, let's meet some of the characters, starting with the AC Chester. Hey, before we jump into this first home, if you'd like to stay ahead of new community developments, builder incentives, and limited time offers like closeout pricing on certain homes and neighborhoods, follow me on social media. You'll find the links right in the description below. Our first home of the day, the AC Chester. There are two options for the elevation. You are looking at exterior H, which I really like. I think this is pretty cool. Okay, we're starting off with a traditional front garage. So nothing too crazy here. You do have a small front porch as you come into this home. And we're greeted by a nice 4-panel glass door. Okay, as we come in here, just to let you know, we got 10-foot ceilings standard on the bottom, and 9-foot would be standard on a 2-story. Okay, there is a bonus option to this plan. Just keep that in mind. As we come around here, we've got a 2-1, and this is I really like the finishes in this bathroom. I think they did a good job choosing these colors and finishes. I think it goes really well together. And you've got tile all the way up to the ceiling. So like that. So 2-1 off to the front. We do have carpet and luxury vinyl plank, it looks like, in this one. I think tile is what comes standard. Not 100% sure on that, actually. Got a step-in closet here. I'll let you know the dimensions if I have access to the dimensions of these rooms. Hopefully that will help you figure out what kind of beds, what kind of furniture you can fit in here. Okay. There's a door on this one, but it's not really it's still kind of a step-in closet. Let's just see the footprint there, just in case I don't have the dimensions. Head back out here into the hall. This is almost 2,000 square feet. Again, take a look at the entryways, nice tall ceilings here. And we got a coat closet as you come in. And then you've got a nice custom built-in drop zone like that. AC closet. See if there's any room in there. Yeah, just a little bit to the right. You can make use of that. That's a carrier unit. Now we're going to take a look at the garage just so I can add the dimensions on there for you if necessary. Okay. Got to pull down for your attic entry. It bumps out just a little bit in length, which is nice. You got your water softener loop. And you do have a window in here. Lots of windows on David Weekley homes. It's just definitely something they like to highlight. Now, this is something that is really unique about this floor plan, okay? First of all, look at this massive island, but I like the shape of it, okay? Because of the way that the kitchen is facing this wall, they have the seating sort of all the way wrapped around, and you'll notice that you have no sink in this center island, okay? So this is all completely set apart for cooking or any other activities you might want to have around this aisle, but you don't have to be washing dishes here and maybe splashing people. A lot of people be sitting around, and you've got all these cabinets in here, right? If you have the sink, a lot of times that's taking up some of the storage space. So this is something that really makes this floor plan unique. And then obviously this specific home that is for sale, that's what I'm showing you. It's ready for sale right now, and I'll show you the price on that. They've upgraded this one. So normally you'd have a wall and windows, but they've got extra sliders here and extended lanai. And it's not super pretty right back there because the water is kind of low, but that will be a lot prettier. It'll be greener, and the water will be filled up and maintained and look great. Okay, so just take a look at the amount of light that's coming through here. Got nice tall ceilings on this particular plan, and the dining is trayed out over there. And again, this is pretty unique. Some people are really gonna like this. The fact that the sink is on the exterior wall right in front of that window. Okay, got a pantry. Pantry is a little bit on the smaller side for 2,000 square foot home, but you can probably make it work. And you got a deluxe sort of gourmet kitchen. All right, your microwave and oven combo over there. You might make extra use of this room if you need a little bit more pantry space. Okay, here is your laundry area. So maybe you can make a little, it's pretty wide over here. You could probably add some extra shelving if you needed to. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the master, and then we'll look at the price and where this one is in the neighborhood. Okay, so we got a tray ceiling on this one, nice fixture as well. Two little transom windows. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the master bathroom. Again, I like these finishes on here. I really like these colors. See if I can get a little bit closer. You can see this brown on here mixed with kind of that brass. And then I really like how it's tying it together, this countertop. It's pretty cool. Very tasteful. You got the tile all the way up to the top, and you got this big shower. Now, if you wanted to build this one, normally they do allow you to put a tub and a shower in there if that's important to you. Get an idea of this closet. Now, this is a nice size closet. Look, it even wraps around a little bit over here. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, obviously you can pull these wire racks out and put in California closets, make even better use of the space. And of course you have a closed-in WC. All right. Let's take a look at the, well, should I step out here real quick just to let you see? Why not, all right? Mentioned it, we'll just step out. See, on the water, they're gonna let you have this, it's not a privacy fence, but this fence that it doesn't restrict the view, okay? So that's what your neighbor has over here. And again, this will be a lot nicer when everything's filled in. Let's just see the size on the space between the houses here. This is actually not bad at all. That's a lot bigger than you're probably normally gonna see. So that's a pretty good amount of space. All right, let's check out the pricing on this one. Nice, pretty white kitchen as well. And you got the black matte lighting fixtures and hardware on the doors. Okay. If you want to take a look online, okay, you can look this one up. There's the address. It's the AC Chester, almost 2,000 square feet. It's a 3-2, one-story, two-car. This is ready now in the low 700s. They've asked me, David Weekley, if you're going to market our homes, please don't write specific prices because those prices go up and down. Normally, I do share the specific price. Just reach out to me if you're interested in it. I will let you know. There are two different options for the exterior. This is the one we're looking at right now, the H, and then you have the I with those 4 columns and brick accents. I mentioned there's a couple options here. You can turn this into a bonus plan, right? So up top, if you wanted to, big bedroom and a bathroom. So it could actually be a 4-bedroom with 3 full baths. This one's got an extended lanai. You can see it's not that small little lanai that would be right through there, but it's extended all the way, and you've got these extra sliders bringing in a lot more light. Now, where is this? Again, you just saw an overview of the whole neighborhood, okay? Here is this little J right here. You can see that that's that J. Okay, so that's where we're going. We're gonna zoom in on that section. Got some lots, empty lots where you could build these, anything that's green. Actually, those are rear entry, I apologize. So for front entry, you could actually build this home right here. And this particular unit, this AC Chester, is right here, number 147. Okay, front entry unit right there. All right, what do you think about this? Pretty cool, huh? The Annie Eliza right next to the Forest, which is where we'll finish. Can't wait to show you that one. Very, very cool. The Annie Eliza though, one story, but there's some awesome options. You can make this a bonus floor plan. It's at 2,200 square feet. It's a 3-2, and you're adding on a study and a retreat, which is really cool. So nice options on this home. Can't wait to show you this one. Again, this one's a model because there was no quick inventory for me to show. It's super popular, this plan, so it kind of sells very quickly. Okay, first of all, take a look at this office right off the front. Now, this is dedicated office with no space for storage of any kind that I can see. So no office. They do have some nice built-ins there. And just take a look at all the windows. Again, such a nice feature in David Weekley Homes, how many windows you've got. Okay, you got a nice coat closet coming off the front. Like that. I believe this is laundry. Good size laundry. Bigger than you'd think. Okay, and across from here, we've got a 2-1. I think on both sides, we have linen and AC. Linen closet here. AC, let's see if there's any room. Yeah, you could fit some stuff there to the side. You got a little bit of room on that one. So we have 2-1 here with this retreat in the middle. We have a walk-in closet on this first bedroom. It is on the narrow side, okay? But hey, to balance it out, you do have a nice walk-in closet. Let's just take a peek at that. Not sure if they gave me dimensions on the walk-in closet, but not too bad, okay? Take a look at this retreat area. Your kids are really gonna enjoy having this space to themselves, and you'll enjoy it too, won't you? That they're back here kind of separated from the rest of the house as well. So they'll be sharing the bathroom. Now, one thing that I don't love about this plan is this is gonna be your guest bathroom as well. So it is a little bit far for your guests to use, but hey, if you're not gonna have any guests or entertain, then you don't gotta worry about it. Okay, so good sized bathroom there. And then you have your other bedroom back here, and there is a step-in closet. Nice basketball theme like that. Step-in closet on this one. Okay, I'll go ahead and tell you, since I'm here, one of the options on this, if you don't need this common area for whoever is staying back here, you can convert those 2 bedrooms into larger bedrooms. One of them would stay an ensuite. Okay, so that might be a better option for you, especially if you do have guests. It will make easier access. The guests will have easier access to the bathroom. I love this part of the house. It is one of my favorite parts of this floor plan because of this island. You've got this, what shape is that? I don't know what shape it is, but it's cool. It's different, it's unique. It really sets this kitchen and this living room apart. I really love how it's sort of diagonally facing both your dining and your living area. I think that's really, really cool. Guys, I hope you're not sick of it, but just look at how many windows you have on here. Again, these are all standard. Well, JP, take it easy. These are standard. That possibly is an upgrade. Possibly this is an upgrade with the light coming through the door. Okay, but just you can kind of see what you have available to you in terms of windows. Okay, really nice high ceilings on here. Gosh, this must be 12 feet in here. Double check what the standard. Remember, standard is 10, so I think that this would be an upgrade. Pantry there. Again, all stainless steel appliances, of course, and you have natural gas community. Let's take a look at the front island. Pretty nice. Let's go ahead and go out front first. out back first and show you what these rear entry homes are all about. I understand this is not going to be for everybody. That's why we're looking at front entry and rear entry. Where this pool is basically your yard. It's going to extend down to the road. Okay, they put up that barrier to give some privacy. They've created a pool here, which I think is really cool. Standard lanai would just be out to here, right there. And you're going to have this walkway to the garage. The garage was locked, otherwise I'd show you that. Different options you can have back here. Leave it as grass. You know, if you just need a little place for your dogs to run around, no problem. Maybe put a fire pit back here, but it's a very cool space. Love that pool. Starting to cool down a little bit here in Florida. Like that. That's when you can really go outside and enjoy the weather, when you're not sweating so much and batting off huge mosquitoes. All right, we're heading into the master. Obviously something like this, exposed beam ceiling, this would be an extra. Okay, but you can see that this is very, very spacious on this home. And we got a cool barn door coming into your master bath. On the left, we have the WC. On the right, we've got the linen. Okay. And then you've got dual vanities there. Nice color scheme. I don't love this. This makes me feel like I'm in a hotel. And then we've got a big old shower. Again, usually there's an option. If you would like to reduce the size of your shower, you can add a bath. Let's go ahead and take a look at this walk-in closet here. Okay, it actually wraps around a little bit. So let me get back here to the edge so you can see there's even more space kind of behind this entryway, which is kind of cool. Kind of distinguishes maybe like a his and her. Hey, you have that half, I'll take this half. I know that's important to a lot of people out there. Okay, so pretty cool, huh? Annie Eliza, and this has got some nice options. Let me show you the price and the options on this one. Where they're going to build some of these, all that. Okay, you've got options for the exterior. Okay, this one is the exterior C. If you like that, that's exterior C. Here is B, and here is A. 2232 square feet, 3-2 with a study and a retreat, 1-story and 2-car option. This plan, before premiums, structural options, design options, starts in the 600s. And right now there are 2 under construction in the low to mid 700s. Before we look at where they are, let's talk about the options real quick. Okay, this is what I mentioned to you. If you don't want to have that retreat in the middle of the rooms, okay, you can just create 2 larger bedrooms. And the first one that you come into will be an ensuite. And that's why I said you'll have a little bit better access for your guests with this setup. So that might work better for you. We have 2-car on this one, but this is available as a 3-car. And speaking of the 3-car, above that 3-car, you can have a completely open bonus space, or you can turn it into a studio apartment. So if you have a multi-generational need, you can do that as well. Last but not least on that, I mentioned that the lanai, obviously, it's going to go to right there. Basically, what you're going to see is the lanai. They've extended it at this point, and then obviously they put in a pool where your yard would be. Okay. As we look at this section, this is the bottom of phase 2. So just get an idea of where that is. Okay, here is all of Seven Pines, and we're looking at this section that's kind of like a J right here. Okay, so this is rear entry. So you have in the green dot are lots that you could build. Remember that we have phase 3 coming, so there's plenty of opportunities. Anything that's yellow is quick moving. So there's a lot of these 50-foot lots, both front entry and rear entry options, all right? Okay, we are back to our front entry home. This is a 2-story, much larger than the Annie Eliza. We're talking about 500 more square feet. We've got an extra bedroom and bath. And you've got a study and a loft, not to mention, let me just show you from this angle, a really nice sized front porch, okay? So you can engage in that community lifestyle that they want you to be living out here in Seven Pines. Let's take a look inside this floor plan. This one is pretty unique. There's some things that really set this apart, make it pretty stinking cool. The sawmill. Let me go ahead and change the angle for you. Let you get a look at the entryway. You can see all the way back out there. You're going to catch just the end of the water. This unit is for sale as well. And this is a corner lot. Right off here, let me just let you take a peek of this before we see the entryway. I love this. Yes, I know potentially you don't want to be looking at another garage, but wow, just keep this in mind for this floor plan. Look at these massive windows on this dedicated office. That is so cool. That is not something that you normally see in an office, but I really like that. Okay. You do have an alleyway back behind this house. Okay. As I said, this one is for sale. We have a 2-1 off the front and what? Linens here, linen closet. So we got a 2-1. This bathroom will be used for your guests. Good size on this room. And we got a step-in closet there. Okay. And let's just get a little peek at the finishes here in the bathroom. Again, tile all the way up. See the mirror and the vanity as well. Okay, again, your guest bathroom and servicing that up front. We got the office here to the right. Around the left, you got a section for a built-in across from your garage. Take a peek at the garage in just a second. Here's your laundry room. Bring your own appliances. That's usually what people want to do anyways. Right? Those are kind of intimate appliances and usually people want to choose those. Always nice to have some light in your garage. Water softener loop. Your power. All right, let's go check out the main living space. And underneath the stairs, take a journey with me if you dare. Let's see how big this is. Yeah, that's a nice bit of space like that. Nice to have a lot of storage space in a really big house. Now get a load of all these windows. Insane. Let's catch that one right up there on the landing. Take a look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow. Isn't that awesome? So you got living room here. You got dining here. My goodness, this can be bathed with light in certain parts of the day. And you've got a wraparound patio. So you have an exit here from your dining area. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's take a look at this massive island here. You got cabinets that are going all the way to the top, lots of recessed lighting, tile backsplash that goes all the way to the top. Beautiful white cabinets. I like that cabinet trim. And just a huge island. Let's take a look at this. Nice pendant lighting. Those are beautiful as well. Okay. Little section for your coffee maker. This is pretty cool. Like this little upgrade. Plenty of storage space in that pantry. Nice. What is this? Is this cafe? Yeah. Okay. So those are upgraded appliances. Those are pretty nice. Cafe appliances. All right, so this is different, right? I like this. This is very cool. This is a unique part of this floor plan, the sawmill. And again, there's this L. I'll let you go ahead and take a peek at that before we see the masters. Again, this is going to be so much nicer when it's all finished and maintained. Okay. But this is quote unquote a corner lot, although this is an alley, right, to rear entry homes. But shoot, I mean, you put a little screen up here. You can put a grill over here for cooking. You can see they screened that one in over as well. Nice little yard on that one. They've left that one. Otherwise, you could put a pool there. Lots of cool options in this community. What are you gonna do? All right, before we go upstairs, let's check. Upstairs, by the way, is super spacious. All right. Here's your masters. Come on into the bathroom, got dual vanities along the left side. And you've got your walk-in shower along the right. You've got frameless glass here. Rain shower head. And your fixed shower head there. WC and linens. Let's take a look at the size on this closet. Okay. Plenty big here. So that's awesome. That's just the downstairs. Wow, let's head upstairs. This is just beautiful. This is a really pretty look. Love it. I love it. Beautiful banister, spindles. Let you look back from the landing. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, take a look at this huge loft right here. Wow. Tons of space here. Got a linen closet, AC closet. We even do have a little bit of storage space there for you. Got your bathroom that services these 2 rooms and loft. And take a look at the size on these bedrooms. Ain't nobody gonna complain about the size on these. And of course you got walk-ins on these as well. Got a bedroom this big, you need a walk-in. And guys, anybody that's with me right now, enjoying these tours, number one, if you appreciate videos like this, would you do me a favor and click the like button on this video? That really helps kind of spread the word. Helps me get more clients. Yes, I am looking for clients. That's people who are looking to be represented. The builder has professional site agents to represent them, and you should also have professional agents to represent you. Why not? Okay, here it is, the sawmill. There's actually no other option for exterior, so that is what you got right there, the sawmill. Take a look at it online. Over 2,800 square feet, 4 bed, 3 bath, plus the study. And the loft, study. And the loft and that designated sort of dining room. This one is ready now in the mid 800s. Okay, where is it? Let's take a look. Once again, this is the whole kind of community, phase 1, phase 2, future phase 3. So there's gonna be plenty of these in the future, but let's take a look at where you can find these right now or build it, right? See that kind of J? Here's the J. The green, these are rear entry. So front entry option, this would be the only one you could build. But anything in yellow is quick move-in, okay? And this one that we're looking at is that corner lot right there, the sawmill. Just again, check out what this street looks like when you don't have a big old garage in the front. Now you do have some parking out front of these houses, but the garage is to the back. First of all, take a look at this huge front porch. And they even have a little fire pit off to the center, because really in this community, this is one of the things they're really trying to highlight and really trying to beckon people to get out there, meet people, and walk around and build community in the neighborhood. And it truly is a beautiful neighborhood. So hopefully I can do it justice in this video. All right. 2,800 square feet on this, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. A dedicated office, which we're coming in and we're looking at right here off the front. Let me go ahead and change the view, give you a little bit wider angle. What's nice about this is you do have a closet. So potentially if you wanted to close this one in, you could make it a bedroom. Let you just see how far this goes back in there. How far it wraps around. Okay, not all the way, but pretty good size on this one. And obviously these models are gorgeous. We're just gonna mostly focus on the layout. Does the layout of this one work for you? And not necessarily all the finishes, because this is gonna be upgraded to the max. One of the things I really love about David Weekley Homes is all the windows. Those of course are standard, and there's always a lot of light in David Weekley Homes. Here's your half bath right off the front. So your guests have super easy access on that one. Okay, nice tall ceilings. We've got 10-foot standard on the bottom floor, 9-foot upstairs, and we're coming into this nice entryway. Now, this is also standard. Check out this, a whole extra row of cabinets that's across from the dining area. Okay, so I'll just let you take a look at this nice kitchen, plenty of room for storage in here. Massive island. You've got the corner pantry. We've got a natural gas community. But again, this is something I kind of want to highlight here. Number of windows, how much light you're letting in, these extra cabinets here. And let's go ahead and take a look at it from the front porch. Just kind of let you see again. Imagine kind of stepping out here and doing a little bit more of family time and community time on the front of your house, right? It is definitely a different concept, but I like that they're trying to emphasize that. Okay. So we're looking at our main living space. Again, windows, look at the transoms above the huge sliders bringing all the light. This is one of the things that truly sets apart a rear entry home, right? So there is your garage access. This is your lanai. This is, in this case, an extended lanai, but that is going to be where your yard is. It's sort of a side backyard. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a second. Let's go ahead and look at the master back here. Okay, you do have a drop zone, again, because this is where you're going to be coming in. It's rear entry. You have another door to get out. Okay, this is pretty cool. So we have a hallway that passes from the laundry room into the master bath. Nice to have that connection. Little coat closet here. All right, into our master bedroom. They did a really good job decorating this. This is beautiful, but you can just see the size that you have in here. Plenty of room for a bench at the bottom, and a dresser against the opposite wall. Put a TV up there if you want, no problem at all. Nice tall doorways, looking like maybe 8-foot doorways. Dual vanities coming in here, and a big extended shower. I know in most of these plans, you can reduce the size of the shower and put a bathtub in there as well. Okay. We've got our WC closed in. Nice size walk-in closet here. Linens. And we'll go ahead and go back out through the laundry room. Okay. So it's pretty cool how they have this connected. All right, let's take a look outside first. Sure, we'll look outside and then we'll go upstairs. Okay, again, what's going to be standard is going to be right here to these columns. Okay, they've got this one maxed out, so you have a nice summer kitchen on here. You even got a kegerator. This is extended. That's your entry from your garage, your 3-car garage. And this would be yard. So there's all different kinds of things. They're just showing you one option that you could do, right? Extend this and have an additional fire pit, right? Maybe some gaming tables out here, but you can do a pool as well, or you could keep this as a yard, fence it in for your dogs or whatever. Okay, I'll let you take a look at the end of the property and go ahead, get your reverse view as well. So you do actually have a little bit more lawn here. This is gonna be a one-directional alley here where people have their garages and are gonna be coming in, right? One way. So nice 3-car garage on this one. Remember, this is where you're going to be pulling in and then coming into your house through that garage. Okay, so it's definitely a different style, but I really like this model a lot. The Forest, this would work well for my family. Lots of space in this one. Again, 2,800 square feet, just about the same size as the last home that we looked at. Let's take a look upstairs. We've got a large loft up here, and one of the little details that sets this plan apart is that this loft is elevated, which kind of gives it a cool feel up here. I think your kids are really gonna enjoy this space, kind of all their own, right? So we'll take a look. We've got a bedroom over here. Put the dimensions always, if I have access to them. Got a step-in closet here. You see the depth there. I believe we've got linens here to the left. These two bedrooms are going to share this bathroom. Got the bunk bed going on in here. Again, similar size step-in closet. Got your AC closet. See if there's any room for storage here. Not much. That's a big old carrier unit. And then this will be your biggest room upstairs, and this is an ensuite. So come on, tell me that that is not cool, having an additional ensuite upstairs for maybe that older teen who wants their own bathroom. Pretty awesome. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and take a look at the price on this one now. As I mentioned before, David Weekley has asked for me to steer away from specific prices because these do change, and I try to respect the builder when I can, you know? So, but you can always call me and text me for the exact price. Okay, the Forest, take a look at that elevation. Speaking of elevations, a reminder, there it is. That's elevation A, exterior A. Here's B, and here's C. Not every home has options, but this one does, okay? This particular, just to review, 2840 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a dedicated study in the front, and that loft upstairs, obviously 2 stories, and it's a 3-car standard. This plan, before lot premiums, structural options, and design options, starts in the low 700s, and we've got one of these under construction right now in the mid 800s, okay? A couple options on here I wanna highlight. If you needed even more space, check this out. Above that 3-car garage, they can give you a nice big open space, or if you need a multi-generational living, they can turn that into like basically a studio, all right? A studio apartment with a kitchenette and a bathroom. So if multi-generational is what you need, they can do that as well. And then just to remind you, this is what your normal lanai is gonna be like. You're gonna have it out to those 2 columns, and then you're gonna have that little walkway. And then this is gonna be where your yard starts, okay? The last thing I wanna highlight is potentially if you wanna build this in phase 2, okay? Anything here that's green, right? These are rear entry. You can see the alleyway behind. So you could build one of these 3 lots. Where is that in general in the community? So let's kind of zoom out. You can see you got this kind of J figure. That's right there, all right? So this is your entrance into the community. So phase 1, phase 2, it's right down there in that section, okay? Now, obviously, there's gonna be plenty of room to build these in phase 3, so keep that in mind for the future. If you'd like to see what ICI is selling here, take a look at this video right here. And if you love David Weekley Homes, you've absolutely got to check out the very unique Evergreen Island down in Silverleaf, St. John's, where you'll find the same great amenities with a little bit lower fees. You can see that right here. My name is JP. Until next time, people before property.